Today I'll show you how I save 40,000 euros in social media advertising costs. I'll walk you through the steps that I took to achieve this so you can do the same and give your demand generation strategies a huge boost. Hey, this is Ricky, founder of Markletic, and if you like this video, consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video. I will post a lot of videos about B2B marketing and how you can drive more revenue for your company. All the employees working at your company, they are effectively part of the marketing team and of the sales team. Together, you're responsible to drive revenue for your company. However, this is something often overlooked by demand generation teams. So integrating all of your employees in your demand generation plans, this is known as employee advocacy. With employee advocacy, you have the goal to transform all of your employees into brand ambassadors. And this is the exact strategy that I used to save over 40,000 euros in social media and advertising costs in the last 30 days. So today I'll walk you through the step-by-step guide on how I did this. I'll also focus on the benefits of employee advocacy, including the benefits for the employer, but also the benefits of the employee. And I'll show you tools such as LinkedIn Elevate to put this into practice. So first, let's look at some of the benefits of employee advocacy, and more particularly the benefits for the employee. So the first benefit is thought leadership and domain expertise. If your employees are posting a lot on social media and content that's relevant for their network, people will consider them as thought leaders and domain experts. So this will of course help them in their employability as well. So if a lot of people are viewing this particular person as an expert, they will get a lot of recognition in the market, and this will be in their benefit. So the second benefit for employees is increased job satisfaction. So people spend years of their lives working at a company, and they're proud to work at the company that they work for. So if you give them the tools to communicate this and give them content to share on social media, they'll have increased job satisfaction. Also, increased job satisfaction will reduce the employee turnover rate, which of course is better for your company. So the third benefit for employees is the award. So every effective employee advocacy program should have an award system, right? So this can be maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, but essentially you need to include some gamification. So this can be that at the end of the month you look at the best performing employees, the employees with the most reach, with the most clicks, with the most engagement, and this person can win some sort of award, okay? And it shouldn't be something like €5 or $5. It should be something significant, so they really are incentivized to take part of the program. Now let's look at some of the benefits for the employers or the demand generation teams. So the first benefit is more website traffic through social media. So with an effective employee advocacy program, you'll generate a lot of visitors to your website. So if you look at some of the stats here, employee advocacy resulted in over 3,000 clicks on LinkedIn and over 10,000 clicks on Twitter to our website. This is in the last 30 days, so this is quite significant. So if you implement this correctly, you can have a lot of social media traffic to your website, which of course will mean more leads for your company and at the end of the day, more revenue. The second benefit for employees is to humanize your brand. So when you humanize your brand, it's more easy for people, so for your prospects, to create a personal connection with your brand. And if people have a personal connection with your brand, it's much easier to sell your solutions or your products. Especially in B2B companies, a lot of messaging can be, feature driven. And this is something that you want to avoid. You also always want to be talking in value-based messages. And by humanizing your brand, you can allow your prospects to make a personal connection with your brand, which will help you a lot. The third benefit for employees is to recruit top talent. As you know, recruiting top talent is very difficult, and also the recruiters that you hire, they'll have a challenging time to get top talent to work at your company. But when all of your employees are saying good and great things about your company, this will be easier. So recruiting top talent is definitely a key benefit for an effective employee advocacy program. So of course the goal with social media advertising is to generate traffic to your website. So now I'm going to walk you through the steps that you can take to implement an effective employee advocacy program that will drive traffic to your website, and consequently it will generate your leads, and consequently it will generate your business. So the first step is selecting the right tools. An effective employee advocacy program has the right tools. Without this, it will be very difficult. Of course, you need to make it very easy for your employees to find content and to share it to social media. And you can use tools such as LinkedIn Elevate to deliver this. So later in this video, I will dive into how you can use LinkedIn Elevate to make it very easy for your employees to share content on social media. The second step is to create internal buy-in. So most importantly, you need to have the internal buy-in from your senior management team, but then you need to have the buy-in of all the employees in your company to make this effective. So always start by communicating what's in it for them. Why is this program beneficial to your employees? If they understand that, it will be much easier for them to set some time apart and to schedule some posts to social media. The third step is to keep the program top of mind. Of course, when you have a great program and it's implemented, this is great. But if it's not top of mind, people are going to forget about your program and it's going to lose traction. So my advice is to have some champions. So these are champions of the program, and you need to have these champions in various teams. So your marketing team, your sales team, customer success team, channel team. You need to select a bunch of people that will always keep the program top of mind in certain regions. So of course, if you're, for example, in field marketing, you need to have a field marketing manager who is a champion of the program, and they will talk to the entire team in the region to create some competitions, to make sure that people are actually working with the program, that they're sharing stuff to social media, etc. It's also important to note that your employees have to make the content they share on social media relevant to the network. If they're just spamming their social media network without relevant content, this is going to decrease the trust people have in this person, and that's not going to be beneficial. So also your champions have to make sure that your employees are adjusting the messages that they share to social media to make it relevant for the network, and this will increase conversion. So what I always do is I try to aim for at least 5 engagements per social media post. So this means likes, clicks, shares, etc. So 5 engagements per post should be an absolute minimum. And this is something that you should strive for as an employee advocacy champion. So the fourth step is constant maintenance. So if your employees are logging into LinkedIn Elevate, for example, and they don't see fresh content, they will log out, right? But if every time when they log into the platform and they see new content to share, this will enable them to post new content, and it will also incentivize them to log back into the platform more often, because there's often new content to share. But if there's not new content to share, then of course, they're going to think, they're not taking this program seriously, so I don't need to do that as well. And this is not beneficial to your company. So now let's dive into LinkedIn Elevate. This is the particular tool that I have used to save over 40,000 euros in social media advertising costs in the last 30 days. So LinkedIn Elevate is great. It allows employees to subscribe to certain content buckets. So this is great for if you're a global company, for example, and you're uploading social media content in local languages. Let's say you want to subscribe to English content, then it's possible. Maybe you want to subscribe to Portuguese content, it's possible. So this allows your employees to only see the relevant content that they're interested in and that's relevant for their network. So a tip that I have for marketing departments is to get your PR agency to upload content to LinkedIn Elevate. Because of course it can be quite resource intensive to upload all the fresh content on your website and on external websites to LinkedIn Elevate. So what I do is, in the retainer that I agree with PR agencies, I agree on that they will upload content to LinkedIn Elevate for me, so also for my sales territory, and then consequently this fresh content on LinkedIn Elevate for my team to share every week. And this helps a lot. So constant maintenance is very important, but your PR agency can help that, so you're not alone. LinkedIn Elevate also has a leaderboard, so this is very nice for gamification, right? And this is something that you can use to award the best performing employees that are taking part in the employee advocacy program. So every 7 days or every month the leaderboard refreshes, and then people have a new chance to become the leader of this month or the last week. And this also helps because it shows other employees how the top performing people are doing, and it will incentivize them to post more posts to social media. And the competition is always fun. So of course, the more employees that you have at your company, the more value that you can generate from an employee advocacy program. And this is something to keep in mind. But adoption is very important. So let's say you have 1,000 employees at your company. If 500 people are using it, then trust me, you're going to create a lot of value for your company. And the statistics that I showed you, so the 40,000 euros that I saved in the last 30 days, was with about 100 active people participating in the employee advocacy program. So employee advocacy is very valuable in a demand generation team. It can create extra value for you, and the money that you would normally invest to social media, you can now maybe reinvest it in something else, such as content syndication. So don't overlook it, and if you implement it correctly and you maintain the program correctly, you can generate a lot of value for your company. So that wraps up this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video, and I'll see you next time.